Welcome back to Coach's Corner, Girls Golf Edition. I'm Victor Lowe with Bill Coleman for HWTV, and today we're here with Brandon Augustus, the girls golf coach. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
So let's start off with a few questions about yourself. What is your background in golf as a player and as a coach?
Yeah, so I was a high school and college player. As far as coaching team goes, I did about 3 years of high school coaching. That was more than 10 years ago. But as far as golf experience, the last 15 or so years, I've been managing golf courses, coaching, teaching, running tournaments. So, in the last 15 years, I've been kind of all over the city with different courses, things like that.
Great. And how many of those years have been here at Harbor Westlake?
So this is my third season coaching the girls team. And actually, I've only been coaching for about a year and a half due to COVID. So actively coaching about a year and a half. And excited here for my third season.
So, Coach, you've been in Harvard Westlake for 3 years now, and under you, the program has been pretty successful. So what have been some keys to this success for you?
Yeah, I think this year in particular, we've taken a big jump forward. I think it's definitely the team growing up. We've had a lot of contributions from lots of different players. We've had some tremendous leadership this year from our senior. So I think definitely having lots of depth and our players growing up has contributed a lot to our success this year in particular.
Yeah, and you've obviously had a great season so far this year with an 8-3 start. So as you just said, you've had some great leadership. Can you talk a little bit about some of those leaders that have really stepped up and helped lead you to that 8-3 start?
Yeah, although we only have one senior this year, her leadership and also having so many juniors that have been a part of the varsity program now for 3 years have really kind of led the way and kind of shown great example to some of the newer and younger players. And, we have tremendous depth, all across the roster. So it's, it's real beneficial to be able to plug and play, any players into any match and typically have the success we think we need to have to win matches.
Yeah, and following up on that, are there any younger players, maybe freshmen or sophomores, that have stepped up and played an important role in the team's success this year?
Absolutely. So we have 4 sophomores on the team. 3 of them have played. This is their second year on varsity, so they're quite experienced. But all 4 of those players have been able to jump into matches, both last year as freshmen and this year as sophomores, and been crucial in a lot of big matches. So it's been great.
Awesome.
So while we're on the topic of individual players, you mentioned yesterday that the 4 of the players are going to be moving on to CIF individuals. So who are those 4 players, and who specifically should we be watching going into the individuals?
Well, we actually we have one more day on Thursday to determine the 4 that are moving on to CIF, as well as potentially all 6 of our players in the individual are going to make all league, and hopefully we can have someone maybe potentially step up and be league MVP, winning these Monday and Thursday matches. But so far after yesterday's round, we have 4 players out of 6 in the league that are right up there looking to potentially move on past Thursday. Off the top of my head, I think right now we have Ellie Koo, Aline Park, Maddie Ushiba, Claire Young. They're all right there in the top 6 in the league after yesterday. So, we're looking for some good rounds on Thursday for them. So hopefully they can move on individually.
Great. And so in the team's match against Notre Dame recently, the team lost by just 1 stroke. Did this affect team morale, and how did you motivate the team to stay focused on your main goal of winning league?
So this year we don't have Notre Dame in our league. That's been our league rival going, back, many years. So this was considered a non-conference match, and I wouldn't say we treated it more casually than we typically would have, but we kind of used it as, a chance for us to maybe have a little fun, see where we are as a team towards the end of the season. And, we were right there within 1 stroke. We played an 18-hole match, which typically league matches are just 9. So, I wouldn't say we didn't take it seriously, but we didn't put the pressure on ourselves to make sure we won that match like we would have if it, meant a league title or something like that. But I think going forward, the success we had in that match, playing against a Notre Dame team that's been proven to do real well in CIF and state the last few years. It should give us a lot of confidence moving forward into the playoffs.
Yeah, great. And you had the Mission League finals yesterday. How did the games go? Were you pleased with the results? Have they been released yet?
Yeah, so like I talked about earlier, the Mission League individuals, we have lots of players that are, almost all 6 of our players are looking good towards Thursday, and hopefully, we're going to get plenty of qualifiers, 3 out of 4, hopefully moving on, potentially even 4 out of 4 to CIF individuals. So yeah, I think overall we're pleased. I think there's definitely room for improvement. I think some of our players can potentially do slightly better, but overall the rounds were quite good.
And the points, they add up from the upcoming games on Thursday. Is that correct?
Correct. So it's a combination of Mondays and Thursdays round. So it's a 36-hole total that's going to determine the league MVP, the all league team, and then the 4 that are moving on to CIF. So whichever 4 move on, hopefully it's multiple from our team are going to be very competitive in CIF. It's a very top heavy league, so any 4 that move on are going to definitely be competitive moving forward out of Southern section and onward.
Yeah, and transitioning a little bit more into talking about the coaching aspect of golf, it's very common to hear golfers talk about the real mental side to the game. And how important is it for players to be in the right mindset going into matches? And as a coach, what do you do? What steps do you take to help get them locked in and get them focused before a match?
Yeah, I think our school presents a unique challenge. Having a rigorous day academically, and then sometimes going straight from that, jumping right onto the course can present some challenges. So I think we can't expect to be able to do that without having proper planning and being kind of ahead of the game. If we have big matches coming up, making sure we're getting enough sleep, getting the right nutrition, things like that, so we're ready to go. And then of course my job as a coach is to do what I can to try and get them ready for the match, even if it's been a long day at school, or or we're tired and we're not ready. But I think most importantly is the preparation, kind of getting ahead of the schedule, making sure that we're getting practice in ahead. Golf's quite individual. I'm pretty limited out on the course due to CIF rules as to what I can do coaching wise. So most of my job is going to be in the preparation. So there's certain things we can do as far as course strategy and things like that, before the matches. But a lot of it comes down to preparation and being ready to go.
Great. And we heard that the team has a tradition of going to In-N-Out after every win. And can you speak on how that tradition started, and are there any other superstitions that the team has?
Well, I'm sure we all love In-N-Out, but how I've done it typically is low scorer kind of gets to choose where we go. So so what we've been doing is whoever shoots lowest and doing a match, it's their choice. Where we go. In-N-Out gets chosen a lot for sure. So we're quite happy, and the coaches are quite happy when In-N-Out's chosen.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on Coach's Corner, Coach. I'm Bill Coleman with Victor Lowe for HWTV, and we hope to see you in the next one. Coach, good luck in the upcoming individual and team finals.
Thank you guys, really appreciate it.